Hello friends, welcome to CEC Gurukul Live Lectures. Dear friends, this is our session on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan, and today we are going to discuss on another career option which would be fruitful for you, because we believe that you always search for the people, the content which helps you out in finding a road ahead. So friends, today we would be discussing on career options in law. For this discussion, we have with us in our studios Miss Mehak Rathi. Miss Mehak Rathi is a lawyer by profession. She is practicing, and she has a huge contribution in the area. Since 7 years, she is practicing, and she believes in learning and learning. An advocate in Delhi High Court who believes in learning. That's why she is continuously interacting with the students too. She has a rich academic profile too. She is pursuing her PhD, and as we believe that we are able to give you useful content through the session of ours, we believe that this session also would be going to very fruitful for you, because Miss Mehak Rathi has all the content with her which will help you out in finding the road which you are searching for yourself, specifically in the area of law. So let's welcome our guest, Miss Mehak Rathi, once again. Hello Miss Mehak, welcome to the session.
Thank you so much for inviting me for the session. I think CEC is doing great by organizing such sessions for the students. When I was in my 11th, 12th, I was very confused what next, what to do, and I couldn't recall that I had such options available. So
very true, very true. We have always been searching, not only with you, it has happened with us also. We kept on searching. Maybe there is someone who could enlighten us, and because of these mediums, we are able to connect with the people like you and able to reach to the wider masses. Now, when we are talking about the wider masses, the trend have been changing. There were the times when we were kids, when we used to hear about the lawyers, we believe that yes, the lawyers, law means the lawyers, those who are working in the courts, those who are helping people in handling the legal matters. But now, as we have grown up and we are seeing this beautiful world, what we are observing, the trends in the area of law has been changed. So what are the emerging trends and how the lawyers are seen today?
So I think there was a time when it was believed that if you can't do anything, just go and do law. That has changed. In fact, when I gave my CLAT exam in 2013, I've also witnessed a lot of changes in last 10 years, 12 years. So many people now are interested to opt for law as their first preference. A lot of students are willing to do law. Trends are, of course, there are so many opportunities, so many options available if you are either pursuing law or planning to pursue law. There are various options available, and we are not aware that, okay, I say law is everywhere. If it's a government entity, you would need legal consultants, you would have legal matters. If it's a private organization, you would have an in-house team. So there are so many options which we are going to explore in today's sessions, the trends that we are going to talk about. But just to start on a note, law has a lot of options which are available, and the trend is definitely changing. A lot of people are opting for law as a career profession. A lot of people are getting into litigation just to explore how litigation is. They are inclined towards it, they are interested towards it. International, of course, a lot of people are pursuing their masters, a lot of people are doing so much. So yes, trend is changing. The stereotype which was there, that if you cannot get into engineering, if you cannot get into medical, then get into law, that is changing now.
Very true. Now sky is the limit. So you'll not
Absolutely.
find only the lawyers only in the court, but in different areas, different premises, different buildings and different working units. Now, as in the beginning I said practice, because when we hear about a lawyer, we always hear a term practice. Now, lawyer means a lawyer. Where does the practice require? And what is this litigation? How the practice and litigation, it has a connection? Does it has a connection?
So, the first option that we talk about, I am doing litigation. Litigation is, of course, after your graduation, you need to enroll with the Bar Council, your state bar. You have to give AIB exam. Why we call it practice? Because I'll give you a very very good example of my experience, and anybody who is pursuing litigation. Every case has different challenges, every case has different facts, so every case teach me something different. That is why I say it's practice, and practice till the time you are into litigation. And that is why I think everyone calls it practice. So once you are graduated, once you have given your exam, once you have enrolled in the bar, you are eligible to appear before courts, you can practice before courts. And practice is just a term that we use when we are in litigation. Litigation has great scope. Specifically for litigation, it is believed that there's a lot of struggle. I do not deny that. In my last 2 years of my college, 4th year and 5th year, I did 2 years of running internship. Every Saturday and Sunday, I would used to visit a law chamber and learn drafting, learn research, learn everything. Those 2 years, I did that. After that, I joined another litigation office where I worked for 3.5 years, and after that, I took this decision to set up my own practice. So it is a lot of struggle. Why? Because there is so much to learn. From the procedural part, how filing is done, from the clerical part, how you get through this. So I mean, you see a lot of paperwork that's happening, but there's a lot that goes in. So, but once you have crossed that phase, I have 7 years of experience. I'm still in, I cannot say that I've crossed that phase, but I'm happy with where I'm heading right now with my practice. So, initially you need to learn everything, you need to learn the procedural part, your foundation should be strong in litigation. Once you are done through that, it's going to be a very satisfying profession you are in. And I do understand a lot of people say that it does not pay well initially. I have no doubt that, see, I'm agreeable that seniors do not pay much. It's not, it's not that well paying as a corporate job is initially, but then some things, the reward comes later. So this is one of those things.
But practicing gives you a deeper insight how to handle the cases, how to solve an unresolved issue. So I believe that comes only because of the practicing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any person coming through you. So of course, if you're going to a doctor, if you're going to a lawyer, you're in some kind of trouble. Any person who's coming to you with a case, they have faced certain things. I'll give you an example. I'm dealing with a lot of matrimonial matters at this point of time. There are wives coming who are not paid by the husband, they've not received maintenance by the husband, and they've been thrown out of the house, they've faced harassment, and I'm not saying it's one way. Husbands, of course, the laws are being misused also, but whosoever is coming to you, they have faced a lot of things, and then they are coming to you. There's great responsibilities in your responsibility on your shoulder, but of course it's a very satisfying thing. You have to go through the facts of the case, you have to do a proper draft, because draft is of course what courts are going to read, and then you need to appear before the court. So it's a lot of responsibility, it requires a lot of profession and practice. Of course every case is different.
And the ultimate objective is justice.
Ultimate objective
and
is
being
justice.
with the truth also.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, Supreme Court has also made a certain decision regarding the practice. Is it so?
Yes. So recently, a lot of students were preparing for judicial services. That was also another option that you can pursue after graduation. Now, what has happened is there's a judgment that has come up which says that you need to have 3 years of practice before you give the judiciary exam. That is a big change. A lot of students who are in final years, they were preparing for judiciary for last 2 years, 3 years. So that is a big change. A lot of people are saying it's not required. A lot of people are saying it's very required. My take on this is, it is a good decision. It is a very much required decision that has come up. Why? Because when you are sitting there, when you are sitting as a judge, you have those 3 years of experience, when you have seen everything, when you have seen different kind of cases, when you have taken that kind of experience, and you're not going there immediately after your law school. So it is going to be a trouble to anyone who is prepared or who is still preparing for judiciary, but it's for good, and this decision is going to help you a lot later. You will get that kind of experience.
Wonderful. So we'll be talking more on judiciary, but before that, for the students who are in 12th standard or those who have cleared their examinations and now thinking how to proceed further, how to be into this particular area. So how one can, after 12th, can pursue the career in law?
Yeah, so if you are in 12th, if somebody is in 12th standard, there's this exam called Common Law Admission Test. You need to give that CLAT exam. I gave that if you want admission in any national law university. If you want admission in national law university, CLAT is one exam. It has a fixed pattern, logical reasoning, legal reasoning, English, maths, and general knowledge. These are the different components of this exam, and only NLU Delhi, National Law University Delhi, conducts a separate exam which is called ILIT. Separate, and both the exams, CLAT and ILIT, happen usually in December. So if you want to get enrolled next year, you need to give the exam this December. So CLAT is there, ILIT is there. There are so many fantastic private law schools which take admission on the basis of ranking that you get in CLAT. There's LSAT, Symbiosis has its own exam. So there are different exams which are there. And national law universities, there's a consortium. CLAT exam is done, you are given a ranking on the basis of that, and then they decide which university you are getting into depending upon your ranking.
And after, after getting the admission, one is eligible for a 5 years integrated program.
Absolutely, it's a 5-year integrated program. So there are two options. If you're already into some, if you're already in doing your graduation, you can do a 3-year law after you're done with your graduation. That would be your LLB. But if you're doing an integrated one, that would be either BA LLB, BBA LLB, that would be an integrated degree that you're going to get. And of course, they're going to teach you all the subjects as well, BA subjects, BBA subjects, and the law subjects.
And the other option is one can complete the
Another
graduation.
option is if you're doing graduation and looking forward to do law, there is 3-year law which is available in various colleges. Delhi University has a 3-year law option. You can give the exam, you can do that. And many colleges also have 3-year law option. So you can pursue that as well.
What about the students, those who have done their graduation in some other subjects, now they want to pursue their career in law? So is there any option for them?
Absolutely. So I was a non-medical student. I could not pursue, I did not wanted to pursue physics, chemistry, maths anymore. I did not see myself doing engineering, and that is when I decided there's something else that I want to explore. Law happened by chance, and there are so many interns who come to me who are working, who worked with me. They were not connected to the legal background at all, and law happened, they attempted it and it happened. So no matter what you are doing, if you are in any different field also, you can always give the LLB exam for if you're giving for DU or for any other college, and you can come to this field.
Now what about those students who are somewhere working and now they want to pursue their career in law too? So do we have some distance learning courses also?
LLB is full time, so it's not distance learning, but if there's some specific niche area that interests you, for example, cybersecurity is one of those. Law is such a thing that it exists everywhere. If you are into IT domain, if you are into cybersecurity domain, having a additional legal diploma will help you. So many legal law schools, NLU Bangalore gives a lot of diplomas on cyber security, cyber forensic, consumer laws. They have masters of business laws as well. So if it is something that you want to do alongside your career, just to strengthen, just to have additional knowledge of law, you can do all these diplomas. But if you want to become an advocate, if you want to full-time come into this, then do a LLB, which is of course a full-time thing.
Now, if one when somebody completes his or her LLM, then what is the next step? Practicing?
Okay, so yeah, if you finish your LLB, then there are various options which are available to you. You can, as ma'am said, LLM can also be done. LLM is masters for us. LLM can also be done. You can get into practice, you can get into litigation, you can enroll yourself in the State Bar Council, and then you can give the exam and come join any litigation office. I would suggest that directly do not start your independent practice, because you need that kind of experience, you need to see different cases, you need to have that kind of exposure. Any senior, I joined a senior, and that office had a lot of matters, matrimonial matters, so many matters. So I got that kind of exposure. I could see so many cases. So independent practice initially, I would say you can you get that kind of exposure, learn everything, and then start taking independent matters. So option number one after doing LLB is enroll yourself and start join a office, join a litigation office, and get into litigation. Option number two, if you are planning for judiciary, because a lot of students in their law school start preparing for judiciary, after this judgment you will also have to come through this route only. They will need these 3 years of experience. So they will also have to enroll themselves, practice for 3 years, have that 3 years experience, and then give the judiciary exam. So these are two very talked about options that we've talked: litigation, judiciary. Apart from that, you can do your masters. Academia is something that I'm very personally attached to. I love teaching. I'm teaching as a guest faculty also. So you can do your masters, you can give the NET exam, and then you can join any university, any law school. There are many other options. You can join a corporate firm, you can join somewhere in-house. Every company has their legal team. You can join their in-house team. You can explore. There are various consultants options which government is opening. Various departments of government keep calling for consultant positions, legal consultants. You can be a researcher. So it's endless. There are a lot of legal entrepreneurs also. They are working in technology and they are developing so many startups. That's also fantastic. So it's endless. We have opportunities at so many places.
So, whatever we study in the law school, is it helpful for the students who want to join the corporate sector later on? Or do we select some subjects which helps us later to be into the corporate sector? Or the procedure is the same?
So, whatever we study in law school, no doubt it does help us. But specifically for law, there is also a requirement of having that kind of practical exposure. Why? We have mandated internships. We need to do particular weeks of internships during our law school. It can be in a corporate firm, it can be with a lawyer, it can be with an NGO, it can be with a government organization. But we need to do those kind of internships. Why? So that we can get actually what we are studying and how it works. I'll give you an example. We all know what a FIR is. We were in our criminal law classes, we were taught, okay, this is FIR, this is a provision. But when that FIR comes in front of you, half of the words are in Urdu. When I saw the FIR first, I couldn't recall where the number is, how do you read it, where will you find things. It was half Hindi, half Urdu. They have police officers use particular wordings that they have. So it's very important. You've read, okay, this is particular provision, police has to register a FIR. But when a FIR comes in front of you, you should be able to identify that this is a FIR. Similarly, there are so many procedural parts. So we always say that law clerks help you a lot, learn a lot how to file a thing, how to remove defects, so many things. So there are so many procedural parts that you learn during internships. So no doubt the legal knowledge helps you. Whatever we are taught, it does help us, but you need to have that kind of practical experience as well. So do not take the internships lightly. Intern at different offices, and a lot of time when I was in my first year, everyone has a confusion whether we want to do litigation, whether we want to do corporate, whether we want to do this. You will only explore when you actually go to that office, see what they are doing and how this works.
It means everything is being taught during your law school days. Now finally you have to decide where to go about.
Absolutely, absolutely. So everything is taught. We have the option to do internships. I mean, few weeks are mandatory. I did a lot more than that. A lot of people do a lot more than that. So you do your internships, get the practical exposure. I mean, a lot of students say, "Ma'am, arbitration interests me a lot." I say, "How do you say?" Because I've seen it on LinkedIn. I said, have you, I mean, I asked them, have you read it as a subject? They say no. Have you interned anywhere? They say no. So if I do not know how litigation is, I have not seen anything about it, I will not know whether I fit here, whether this is something that interests me. So there are a lot of buzzwords going on LinkedIn. There are so many influencers on LinkedIn. They say this is a good career option, this is a good career option. That no doubt about it. But if you have to pursue something full time as a career, be it taxation laws, be it arbitration law, be it anything, please take a practical experience, do your internship in that particular field, and then see whether that is working for you, whether that is not working for you. Because we say, okay, there's a trend, you do this, maybe that's not something that interests me. Taxation, I'm not good with numbers. So taxation, if someone say it has good options, go, I might go, but I'll not be the best person there. So it's very important that you do your internships, understand what is working for you, and then see where you want to go in future.
Because the trends always influence you that this is the better one, and
Absolutely.
you can make your career.
And post-COVID, I think LinkedIn students have become very proactive. Everyone is posting on LinkedIn about this is one career option, this is very lucrative, and students do get in the
Influenced.
flow, get influenced by what is written. There's I mean, I'm not saying that is not a good career option. I'm saying that whether it works for you, whether it doesn't work for you, that is for you to choose. There are so many other options which you can actually pick. There are so many niche areas which are coming up which you can pick, but how will you get to know whether this is something you want to pick? Once you do that kind of internship, once you read that subject and similarly have practical exposure of that subject.
Because of the social networking sites, we are in habit of building connections. Instead, we lack in developing relationships, because relationships
Correct.
will help you to understand what actually the scenario is or what the particular thing can bring for you.
Absolutely. And another trend, I mean, little off the topic, but what I've witnessed with students, you're very proactive on LinkedIn. One of my students asked me in first year that I've done these many internships, but these people have done so many more internships. Do you think I'm lagging behind? No, you are not. LinkedIn is just a platform, or all these social media platforms are just there where you can showcase yourself, but everyone who's everyone is portraying their best side only. So do not get influenced, do not get into the herd. Follow what is what you are inclined towards, what interests you. And again, another thing, relationships. A lot, I'm blessed with so many good seniors who help me at each stage. So when you are interning anywhere, your teachers, your seniors, your college seniors, your internship seniors do help you a lot. I have had many interns, many students that I've worked with in my 7 years of experience, and before that also. Your professionalism does help. How you connect with does help. Seniors are always there to help you, but you need to take care that you are professional. A lot of interns who come to me, they're not punctual. 4 days they'll go missing. So I know who to rely upon from next time.
And to know the better me, it is important to go for the practice, because only after practicing you'll realize which is the place where I fit in. So discovering better me is very important, and it comes out with the one who believes in practicing. And like you, who believes that a lawyer needs to practice the entire life. So thank you, Ms. Mehrati, for giving us this wonderful session, and there is a lot more to learn from you, and students would definitely will be benefiting from this session. So keep watching us, keep writing us, and yes, keep giving your feedbacks to us. Thank you.
Thank you.